This is how you go from failing Cambridge IGCSE Business Studies up into the A-star grade very, very simply. If you haven't seen me before, like and subscribe. I've got everything on the channel you need. I'm a Cambridge Business Studies teacher and marker, and I've been doing it for over 15 years. And in that time, I've had numerous children get top in the country and top in the world. And I'm going to be showing you in this video the 3 things that make them a little different. Now, let's start with some good news first. These are the boundaries. In terms of grades, there isn't a big difference between your fails and your A stars. At the bottom end, less than 32%. A C grade is roughly just around 32%. That's all you need. And your A star in business studies is 65%. Now, before you get too excited about that though, the reason the boundaries are low is because generally children do the wrong thing in their build-up to the exam, and those are the sort of grades that they do get. In many cases, it's quite difficult to get just 32%. But in this video, I'm going to be running through the 3 things that can make you fly past that C grade and easily get the A star. It's a sad thing. In the D grades, we have children who work pretty hard. We have C grade children who work really hard but in the wrong way. And we have A star candidates who actually don't work the hardest. They're just efficient in their revision. They know the tricks and they can get those top scores. So I'm going to be running through and showing you the difference in their approaches and what to do about it. The D grade candidates, when we're looking at knowledge, we have to know the stuff, know the content of business studies. The D grade candidates will typically get that textbook and just read through the pages and talk about, I've studied chapter 2. The thing is, the book's great, but it's got loads of extra information. So you could be reading pages that are never going to be examined. The C grade candidates are a little bit sharper. They've stepped it up and they've realized the thing to look at is the syllabus, not just the textbook. The syllabus is the list. If it's in there, you need to know it. If it's not in there, they can't examine you on it. Once you've got the syllabus, you then need to understand all of those things. So you can go back to the book and have a look. You can look on websites, or for me and my channel, if you subscribe, you've got absolutely every syllabus point explained in video, and I've got courses on the website. Now, what about those A-star candidates? Well, they go a little bit further with their knowledge. They realize it's not just about, oh, I've read it, I've watched a video, and I think I understand it. They're the ones who check their understanding. They find the gaps in their understanding. So they get the teacher marking their work and saying, you didn't quite understand this. Or again, with my system that you can have a look at, you've got these challenges on the website where you can test your knowledge and it's going to identify gaps. Find those gaps because you need to fill the gaps. Now, the next thing, practice questions. Practice questions are essential. Practice makes perfect. So the D grade candidates, well, sorry book, but they do the questions from the book once in a while. Not much of a fan. They're not too helpful with the actual exam questions. The C candidates, well, they've got it. They're more on board with it. They found a couple of past papers and they start answering those past paper questions. Great. But the A-star candidates, what they do is they look for patterns in them. They actually say, well, this is all about beating the exam here. So I want to see how often do these questions come up, exactly what sort of questions, not just by looking at the odd paper. And again, with my system, with my website, that's what I've done. I've organized all of the questions they've ever done by topic, so that when they find a little weakness in their knowledge, they can see every question that's ever been asked about that, and then they're prepared for any variation of question that comes up. Finally, the third and most important thing, exam technique. This is where it's really unfair. D grade candidates, well, they go into the exam and they answer the question. What? That sounds like a good thing. All your other teachers say, well, read the question, answer the question. But no, actually in business studies, it's not that simple. For example, on C questions, when it says outline, if you just outline, you're not getting all the marks because there's application points. We have to apply it to the case study. Even though it just says outline, you've got to give the markers what they're looking for. Now, C grade candidates know this. They know this because they've looked over the mark schemes of the papers that they've answered. They've read them and they know about knowledge and application and analysis. But the A-star candidates go one further. They look at examiners' reports. That's the report that comes out after every exam, where they write down exactly what they were looking for and the common mistakes that most candidates make. If you know the mistakes that most candidates make, you can fix it and you can put yourself in the top percentage at the top. So study those. Or, even simpler than that, I've gone through all of those things for you. I do it after every exam, and I've put all of that information into the videos on this channel and onto the courses on the website. And that saves you having to study those, play with them. There's AI tools. It gives you everything you need. If you follow those bits of advice, doesn't matter how little time you've got left, you can take yourself from the fail up to that 65% and into the A-star thing. Good luck with your exams. I hope it helped.